Hey guys, this is Wolfie. Today we're gonna get to a few subjects. Ricky Pearsall, we're checking on him through Matt Mioko's YouTube channel. If you guys don't know, go ahead and check it out. Matt Mioko is a really connected, not content creator, but reporter with the 49ers. So go ahead and give him a follow. But we're gonna go ahead and watch his video on the Ricky Pearsall situation. And then after that, we'll check in on what letter Floyd has to say about Aaron Rodgers. And then we'll do the really fun thing, which is check out Kyle Shanahan hanging out with Rick Ross. That was a trip to see. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then we'll look at the record predictions for record predictions for the San Francisco 49ers by Chat Sports. Chase Senior. If you're a 49ers fan, you've never heard of Chase Senior, I don't know what to tell you, but I really shouldn't have to tell you to go follow them, but go ahead and give them a follow. They're pretty on it. They're pretty on it. What's up, Florida? Or Milwaukee? What's up, man? I seem like I'm out of breath. It's because I was running around trying to make this slide. I was like, holy shit, I'm running late. So I'm still trying to catch my breath. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get to the Ricky Pearsall stuff, and let's just get that out of the way. I believe this would be the last update you'll need because he should be out of the hospital just fine. So let's go ahead and get this update out of the way here. Here we go. Here we go. Matt Miyoko.
All right, just wanted to bring you up to date on the absolute latest with Ricky Pearsall. At 12:24 p.m. on Sunday, the 49ers sent out the following statement. San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Ricky Pearsall was released from the hospital this afternoon as he continues to recover from a bullet wound to his chest. He and his family, along with the entire San Francisco 49ers organization, would like to thank the San Francisco Police Department, emergency medical services, doctors, and staff at San Francisco General Hospital. So as we left it last night, we certainly weren't sure of the condition of Ricky Pearsall after he sustained the gunshot wound to his chest. He spent the night at San Francisco General Hospital. As I awakened this morning, started to hear some very positive stuff, including the San Francisco General Hospital releasing a statement that he was upgraded to fair condition. And also, Ricky's mother, Erin Pearsall, posted this on Facebook. Update on my baby boy. First and foremost, I want to thank God for protecting my baby boy. He is extremely lucky. God shielded him. He was shot in the chest and it exited out his back. Thanks be to God, it missed his vital organs. He is in good spirits right now. Life is so precious, my friends. Please love each other. My son was spared today by the grace of God. Please pray for my baby. So it's one 49ers person told me it was a miracle that this turned out the way it did, with Ricky Pearsall being discharged from the hospital 21 hours after he sustained the gunshot wound.
Wow.
During an apparent armed robbery attempt. The suspect is in custody. He's identified as a 17-year-old male from Tracy. So one thing that when we left it last night, I was feeling, there was a lot of optimism about how Ricky was doing. I'm sure they just wanted to keep him overnight for observations. But one of the things that I put out there on social media on Sunday morning was that the 49ers went ahead and had their party, their traditional annual party this time of year at Kyle Shanahan's house, where they basically celebrate the end of training camp. And they celebrate the 53-man roster. I think some people read that as, well, that's insensitive, or maybe a little bit tone deaf. But the way I read it was that it was a very positive thing, in that he was obviously doing well enough that the team did not cancel that function, and it also brought the team together to bond during that time. So I know when I left the hospital last night, there were a lot of team personnel there. John Lynch was there, and others within the organization. So it was optimistic last night, and now it's basically confirmed that he's going to be okay. And he was discharged from the hospital. So just wanted to provide that a quick update. As far as the football side of it, that's probably best left for another day. There's really no information about
Agreed.
his ability to win, and if he's gonna to practice, return to practice. So we'll just kind of leave that open-ended for now. The 49ers did not practice on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They won't practice on Monday. They get back to work on Tuesday, a day off Wednesday, and then they get back into their normal regular season routine. So that's it for now. And thank you for checking in. And
what days were they?
A day off Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They won't practice on Monday. They get back to work on Tuesday, a day off Wednesday, and then they get back into their
Thursday,
normal regular season routine. So that's it.
So they're back on Tuesday, day off on Wednesday, and they're back on Thursday. All right, cool. That was actually something I really wanted to know. I couldn't find it anywhere, research anywhere. Anyway, well, it's good to know that he's okay. It's good to know that he's safe. That was crazy when I heard that. It was very surreal. So I'm super happy for him. I'm glad that he survived this crazy situation. Yeah, that's. I don't really want to say too much about it, but I'm super happy that he's okay. I'm glad that it didn't hit any organs, obviously. I'm super happy he survived. He's got an awesome story now, So, super happy for him. Milwaukee says God saved him for sure, no doubt. He's here for a reason, no doubt. I mean, if he comes out of these, near-death experiences, I'm sure, it's either going to carry him or take him down. I don't know. I don't want to make too much psychoanalysis because it's not me, and this should be about him. So I don't want to psychoanalyze too much here. But yeah, I'm super happy he's alive. I'm super happy his family's at peace because I can imagine just how scary, the mom and so rest of the family. I don't know his entire family, but I'm sure they're super happy and they're feeling the miracle of God or whatever you believe in. They're feeling it right now. So. Yeah, I'm super happy for him, and I hope that honestly this doesn't hinder him on any level, that he can continue living his life just as he was before this occurred. I really hope that happened. So yeah, that's all I really want to say on that. So yeah. Gators got whipped and he got shot. I don't know what that means. Are you saying the Gators lost and you're saying he got shot? There is no other God. Hey, man, whoever you believe in, you're welcome here. No, I'm not going to say one's God doesn't exist over another. Everyone belongs here. Everyone belongs. Yeah. Poor guy, as long as he lives. I'm not going to talk about religion on this site, man. I appreciate it, though. No religion, no politics. That's the rule. All right, so we got Matt Miyoko here. So, yeah, he's okay. All right, let's go ahead and check in on Leonard Floyd and what he has to say. Because apparently Leonard Floyd is saying, hey, man, guess what? Aaron Rodgers, man, is actually a pretty good quarterback. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what he has to say. Oh, before we do that, let's go ahead and check it on the party that, if you guys haven't seen the clip of Kyle Shanahan hanging out with Rick Ross and Brandon Ayuk, all that. So let's go ahead and watch that clip here. If I can get it. All right. Boom.
Amazing party.
No,
your fly shit. Oh, you put the cane up.
I'm not gonna lie, I really do like this suit. The suit is fire. I do like this suit a lot. It's a little Saints-ish, it's a little Saint-ish, but I like it. I actually do like it. Even though it kind of reminds me of like I don't know why, a cake. Like, because it's like there's the layers, like a vanilla, there's the white frosting, and like this, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just so stoned, but I'm probably just got the munchies and I'm thinking about cake now. But I tell you what. Yeah, I like the suit. It's a good suit, for real. It's a good suit. I like it. However,
Yeah.
I did put the can out, man, but
dude, he
I'm
looks.
trying,
I
man.
can't tell if he's shy or drunk.
The can's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Rose.
There's our man right
Come on,
there.
man.
Y'all know what's happening.
Come on.
Debo.
Wait, you better believe
Yes,
it.
cautious.
We the biggest.
Hey, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Kyle Shanahan was like, all right, Brandon Ayuk, this is what it is. You come to San Francisco, brother, and you take the money we're giving you now, and you end this, and you get to meet Rick Ross. That would be some funny shit, dude. I can imagine there's like incentives like that. Who do you got in your phone, man, that I can meet? I can see that. Yeah, I'm glad that it doesn't seem like there's any tension between Kyle Shanahan and Brandon Ayuk. I'm happy that's kind of, that looks squashed, or at least they're attempting to squash it if there was some at all. So it's good to see that they're hanging out. This is not a good pause for Kyle Shanahan here. He looks like, what the fuck? He looks like he's tripping balls right now. So, all right, let's go and get out of here. All right, we're going to not watch, but I'll go ahead and read off the Leonard Floyd warns Aaron Rodgers will embarrass you. I mean, if he's anything like he was before the Achilles tear, I mean, he's older, dude. It's older. So, all right, let's see what he has to say. Because, if you guys don't know, Leonard Floyd was the one that, if you guys don't know this, Leonard Floyd is the one that sacked Aaron Rodgers and caused the Achilles injury. Not intentional, obviously. I don't think you really can go into intentional, be like, I'm going to tear this guy's Achilles. That'd be kind of messed up if you did something like that. But that's what happened. So he's the one that did it. And the irony is that they're playing on Monday Night Football again against Leonard Floyd. And it's kind of could be a part two. I hope not, because I don't wish injury on anybody, not even Aaron Rodgers. You know how much I hate the guy. So, all right. If you guys like the live, please like the live. I appreciate it. I do this every day. I go live every single day. Just talk 49ers, just chill, have some good conversation. Learning something new every day. That's the plan. So, all right, let's go ahead and check out the Leonard Floyd's article. I'll go ahead and read that off so that way we can learn something. All right. It was just a regular football play for me, a regular sack on the quarterback. He just happened to get hurt. Yeah, pretty much what I just said there. So that's just kind of funny, though, if I really think about it, because he was just coming out of the tunnel. It's all hype, the American flag, only thing was missing was the American eagle for the, just over Aaron Rodgers' head. That's all was missing. And then he tears his ACL. Is absolutely just, I don't want to say comical because I'm laughing at that at kind of expense, but it's just like the coincidence, it's just crazy. Anyway, to continue on, Floyd turned 32 days earlier, so he has been around long enough to experience the prime time spotlight, including pursuit of Aaron Rodgers. I've played a lot of football in Chicago. Sometimes we'd have Aaron as our first game. Floyd was a first-round pick in 2016 and 2018. Prime. Shoot, man. Where'd it go? Dude, I hate pop-up ads. They ruin everything. Shoot, man, my scouting report is he's a legendary quarterback, and you have to come with your A game because he's the type where he'll embarrass you. There's that quote, which is true. I do agree with Floyd here so far. If you give him some momentum, he's going to carry that momentum for the whole game. You just have to be on your P's and Q's, and he'll score every time you let him. Now, I'm not going to say Brock Purdy is Aaron Rodgers, but Brock Purdy does do that too with momentum. See, down in the playoffs both times, but the moment he got momentum, score. To be an elite quarterback, you need to have that. Once you capture the momentum, man, you need to be able to carry yourself. So, all right. You let him. What else? Where are we at? Okay. Nick Bosa, when a reporter asked Bosa in camp about Floyd being a leaner pass rusher, Bosa came to his new teammates' defense. Have you seen him up close? He's pretty built. He's 245, shredded, and probably like 5% body fat. I hate this Papa Bad trap. Body fat, and can run. He'll be just fine in this game. He's proved he can be a pass rusher. It's so good. It's so good to have him. I will agree with Bosa here because honestly, we need a secondary pass rusher here. I'm glad that we got one, and I think Floyd might be the answer to that. Hopefully, Gross Matos here. Okay, even though he's dealing with weak injury right now, hopefully he can come to his own and be the guy that we need because he's younger than Floyd. And if Gross Matos turns out to be good and Floyd turns out to be good, we can cut Floyd next year and save a lot of money. So hopefully, that happens. I hope Floyd works out this year. Gross Matos turns out to be a stud as well. And then Charvarius Ward on Bosa. Bosa is going to come in and ball out. Obviously, missing training camp last year is probably rough on him because he was rough around the edges a little bit. He's acknowledging that Bosa wasn't very good either. We all saw that he was not the same after that contract. But oh my God, where do you go? But I think he'll be himself this year. And everybody's going to see the best Bosa they've ever seen. Hopefully. Oh well, what's the most sacks Bosa's ever had? Bosa stats. Most sacks he's ever had, 18.5 in 2022. So will he have 19? Will he have the over or under 18 and a half sacks? Well, I'm going to say over. I'm going to agree with Charvarius Ward here. Call me biased. I don't know. I don't know. Call me biased. So Nick Bosa, don't let me down, man. 19 sacks. That's what you need. 19 sacks. Bet your house on it, y'all. Don't really do that, but I'm just saying that's the confidence I'm going into with this. Bosa's going to dominate just because Leonard Floyd's going to be a stud. It's going to be an absolute stud. Nick Sorensen says, talking about Bosa, I expect that he'll have a good year, and I think he's in a really good shape too, Sorensen said. He's in a good mindset and state of mind as far as he's attacking it and his attitude. All right. That sounds like Nick is locked in. Oh my God. Nick is a great guy and a great pro, Floyd say. He's all about the team, all about winning and making sure we have that as a common goal. I hope you guys have that same fire, man. Hope we go into the year with that same fire. That'd be really cool. We'll try and get the quarterback as much as possible. To end that, Floyd and Bosa often compare notes and discuss pass rushing techniques during defensive warm-ups at practice. Well, hey, that's good to hear. They're working together, apparently. All right. We definitely do, Floyd said, because we're both trying to get to the quarterback as much as possible. And also, Nick Bosa could afford to give up his techniques, I guess, to Floyd because he is older and he will retire later. I'm not saying like he shouldn't do it, but it's like you got to keep some secrets to yourself, And, yeah. That's all I'll say about that. One time was enough for Floyd and Rodgers a year ago for Monday Night Audience. I didn't really have a view. I was just celebrating my sack. I was just celebrating my sack. Pause, man. Pause. Okay, because we're both trying to get to the quarterback as much as possible, he said, trying to sack. I didn't know about it until the other quarterback just kept playing. What? He just didn't even notice, and then he goes up back on the field. Yo, where's Aaron Rodgers at? Wasn't he like carded or picked up? Like, how do you not notice that? That's crazy. Rather than keep rehashing that play and inciting Rodgers' rage, Floyd scurried away from reporters in the locker room saying, we've got to still play. I can't jinx it. No doubt. Okay. So, I mean, I totally agree with him. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is still the player that he is, he has Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. He's supposed to have a way better offensive line this year with Tyron Smith. And I think someone else at right tackle as well. the offensive line is supposed to be better. And yeah, if Garrett Wilson's a stud and all Aaron Rodgers really need is just one stud wide receiver, thinking back to like Jordy Nelson, if he's a guy like that, man, Aaron Rodgers will be a stud. If he's the same player, however, Tom Brady's able to play so late because he did some weird and crazy things just to make sure his body was okay throughout the season. So I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is doing. He's probably not doing anything based on science. He's probably doing something based on some shit that you heard from some random place somewhere in some foreign country about how this is a miracle cure and it's going to make your body better, some shit. That's probably what his only like routine is. So I don't entirely trust it compared to Tom Brady, who actually put in the work. So we'll see. I heard there was some issues with his Achilles, but then again, I also heard it was just like some heel issues that had nothing to do with Achilles. I heard earlier in the training camp. So I'm not too worried just because I do think Aaron Rodgers is going to be washed. I don't think he's going to be good. However, that's probably biased talking because I really, really do not like Aaron Rodgers with passion. Do not. The dude could go practice falling downstairs for all I care. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie. Let me get rid of these tabs. Okay. Oh, dang it. Actually, just deleted a tab, so I have to bring that back up. Darn it. All right. Before I do that, though, let's go ahead and check see if there's any news on Trent Williams. See if there's any news on Trent Williams. Nope. Nothing new. The threat of Trent missing games is real, I've heard, but I think he'll be back on Tuesday. I'm pretty confident in that. Chado Cinco and Shannon Sharp were surprised that Brandon Ayuk re-signed with the 49ers before Trent. I was a little surprised by that too as well. I'm a little surprised by that. However, if he gets signed on Tuesday, I think that would make sense. Trent Williams holdout explained the 49ers left, blah, blah, blah. No, there's nothing new. Sad day. Welcome back, Milwaukee. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. All right. Let me bring up Chat Sports. I'm going to bring up Chat Sports, 49ers Chat Sports. Chase Sr., he has a record prediction for the 49ers. We're going to go ahead and check that out and react to it, see if I agree or disagree. And anybody in the chat, let me know if you agree or disagree with his prediction or not. Let your voice be heard. I will put your comments up on the screen so your voice is heard. If you agree or disagree. If you be like, nah, dude, we're totally beating the Jets. Or no, we're totally losing to the Jets. Or whatever you think it is. So let's go ahead and check it out. Blinds View, I know you see this sub acting like you don't. I'm an OG, so please watch it. Jesus Christ. Fucking Jesus, man. I know you see this, man. All right, let's go ahead and watch some what is it? San Francisco. There we go. Yeah. All right. Share. Nah, you're not kidding. You're screaming at me right now. You're drop kicking me right now. All right. Here we go. Here's Chase Sr. and his record prediction for the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm going to write down all his comments. Okay. Look at all this stuff that I put in work, dog. Putting some work in. Putting work in. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh. All right. Hold on. I don't want to use too much paper. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. 49ers chat sports prediction. And before each prediction that we're going to get, we're going to guess, do we agree with him or not? Do we think, like, before we guess, do we think he's going to say win or loss? We'll guess. We'll do this together. All right. Here we go. And to everybody who watched this later, please hit that sub if you like the content, like if you like the video. Helps me out a lot. I love doing this. I do this every single day. I try to keep up everything. And anything that major happens, I promise I'm running to this laptop where my phone is, and I'm letting you guys know. Even if it means the community tab, I'm letting you guys know. So anyway, back to here. Let's go ahead and check out this record prediction. And hopefully it's a good one. I like Chase. I think Chase is a very good dude. I think he means well. You could totally tell this is something he absolutely loves, and that is something I respect. Even if I disagree with him on certain stuff or anything really, stuff like that, I do see the grind and I respect it. So anyway, enough with the glazing, as someone probably would say, and let's watch it. Here we go.
Report. We're inching closer and closer to the Niners' Week 1 matchup.
No Border says keep grinding. Let's go.
Monday Night Football. So it is time for my final Niners record prediction. We're
gonna Borders. I agree sometimes. I agree.
Make my predictions as far as which games the Niners win, which
Doors,
games the Niners lose. So let's do it. But first, today's poll question. I want you to take a guess. I want you to predict it. How many games will the Niners win this upcoming season in 2024? Let me know down in the comment section right now. I think this is a good base layer to start with. Just some concerns that I have for San Francisco going into this year. Number one, bad offensive line play. Number two, Super Bowl hangover. Will the Niners be able to clear that mental hurdle in addition to the physical hurdle? This is a team that's played a lot of football, 4 NFC titles and 2 Super Bowl appearances in the last 5 years. It just causes
twice as loud as
shorter
him.
Off seasons and shorter recovery periods. Did the NFC counterparts catch up? The Detroit Lions have a really good team. Los Angeles Rams have a really good team. Philadelphia Eagles are loaded. Dallas Cowboys will still be competitive. The Green Bay.
I disagree on the Los Angeles Rams comment. I think the only thing the Los Angeles Rams are good at is that I think they have that's good. I can't think. Words, talk, connect or say something. Sorry, I can't speak. I don't think the Rams will be that good because the only thing they're really good at is their wide receivers. They have stud wide receivers. They don't have the greatest offensive line. The last time I checked, I've watched a couple of Rams content creators. They're having offensive line issues. Their running back, I don't think is as good as everyone makes it out to be. Who is even their? I don't even know who their tight end is. Defense, their corner, their best corner, tore his Achilles, I think, or ACL. He's out for the rest of the year. There's no Aaron Donald. Jared Verse, but he's a rookie. I don't understand. And you're asking Tre'Davious White to not be washed? I don't know. I don't think Rams are going to be that good this year. Anyway, I'm letting continue.
Bay Packers, I think, are really legit. So there are some really good teams in the NFC, and of course,
really
you have
good.
to factor in some surprise teams like the Atlanta Falcons with Kirk Cousins, like the Chicago Bears with Caleb Williams. There are always a handful of teams that go from worst to first, or who go from cellar dwellers to.
Let me know in the comments to people who watch this later or who are in here right now. Do you believe in the Super Bowl hangover? Do you think that's actually a real thing? Does that actually affect the team? Because I would say so on a level, but I don't know if it's actually it's just hard to get to the Super Bowl, and it's only so few teams actually can make it back and repeat, such as the Chiefs. It's hard for a reason. And I think that the Super Bowl hangover gets credit for that. And I don't think that's fair because it's harder to get back to the Super Bowl. I do think it's kind of a thing, but not as much as it's made out to be, if that makes sense.
To Cinderella teams and surprise a lot of people. Lastly, injuries. Under Kyle Shanahan, since he was hired in 2017 prior to last year, the Niners were top 10 in injury rate every year. Last year, they were actually the 4th healthiest team in the NFL. Can they have back-to-back seasons of health? If they can, no reason why San Francisco can't be in New Orleans next
I need to
week.
perfect my hand gesture.
So let's take a look at this Niners schedule here. It gets underway week 1 against the New
He
York
gives us
Jets.
a
I think San Francisco
W.
wins this game. There was an article out this past week talking about the dysfunction within the Jets facility because Aaron Rodgers is kind of out doing his own thing and isn't really leading the New York Jets in a way that the organization sees fit. I know I voiced my concerns about the Niners losing this game, but that was operating under the thought that Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams won't play. I think that Brandon Ayuk is going to play. Will he be limited and on a limited snap count? Maybe, but he's still at least going to play. They need Trent Williams to be Super Bowl contenders. Can they get away with not having Trent Williams week 1 against the Jets? If he doesn't get that deal signed, I still think so. I think it's going to be a really good game because this Jets defense is physical. This Jets defense is fast. They are well coached, and they have a lot of talent at all 3 levels. But I do think the Niners win.
That is only if Hassan Reddick is there, though. Because outside of that, I like God, what's his name? I know his last name is Johnson. Is it Jerome Johnson? Jermaine Johnson. They have Jermaine Johnson and they have McDonald as edges. However, I don't think they really proved themselves. I don't think McDonald has that many sacks. Hold on. Is it Will McDonald, I think his name is? How many sacks did he have last year? No. Yeah, he had. That can't be right. He had 3 sacks last year. What about Jermaine? What about Jermaine Johnson? What about Jermaine Johnson? What, Strawberry? Welcome to the stream. All right, last year Jermaine Johnson had 7.5 sacks. So they have under 10. They have under 10 sacks collectively as of right now between their DNs. And they have Quinn Williams, yeah, but they don't have the greatest edges. So they do have a great defense, as in they have a good secondary. But without Hassan Reddick, I'm not too scared.
24-21. Week 2, Niners hit the
Strawberry. What up, dude? What you guys say? I don't think we beat the Jets without Williams. The D is fierce. Brock will be running for his life. I hear you. I do hear you. However, I do think that they need Hassan Reddick. It would be if they had Hassan Reddick, I'd be a lot more worried. Him against Jay Moore for sure. But they also have Quentin Williams, which is right, and Brendel's going to get destroyed because Kevin Givens put him on his ass, and so did. If Kevin Givens could put Brendel on his ass, I know Quentin Williams could do it too. I totally agree. So, they have a good linebacker core, do they? Jets linebacker core. They got Jermaine. Is it Jermaine? Sherwood. They got CJ Mosley. I like him. Quincy Williams. I don't know if he's good or not. Is Quincy Williams any good? His name sounds familiar. In 2023, he had 95 solo tackles. That's pretty good. He was 5th in the league. That's pretty good. 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Not the best in like great plays, but I mean, if he's getting 95 solo tackles, that's pretty good. He's doing his job as a linebacker. So, yeah, I see it. CJ Mosley is a stud too. So, yeah, I don't disagree. Don't disagree. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to run the ball. CMC is gonna get screwed. Anybody who has fantasy, if Trent Williams is not playing, good luck to your lineup. Good luck. All right, let's continue.
The road to play the Minnesota Vikings. The Niners have not won in Minnesota since the early 1990s. I think that ends
the Vikings.
This is a Vikings team that's kind of retooling, and San Francisco can't lose to Sam Darnold. Week 3, on the road against the Rams.
Quincy and CJ have stepped down from Warner Greenlaw,
otherwise known as Levi Stadium South. I know that the Niners have dominated the Rams in the regular season over
Dude, I think the Rams are a little overhyped. Like I said earlier, I think that without Aaron Donald and they're missing their number one corner, and all they have really on offense is I'm not saying he's broken yet, but Matthew Stafford's arm looks like it's falling. Sounds like it's falling apart, and they got wide receivers. That's all. I don't know. Anyway, he has him as an L. I don't think the Rams are that good. But that's just me. That's just me. No way the Vikings beat us with Sam Darnold. I know that can't happen, brother. That can't happen. If Sam Darnold does this, if Sam Darnold dices us up, Kirk Cousins was not as good as we thought he was before he tore his Achilles. Okay. Even though we got a different defensive coordinator and some new pieces, but our defense is supposed to be better. Our defense is supposed to be better. So we'll see. I think that's funny. Totally agree. We're in for a long year. We'll see. We'll see. If we get Trent Williams back, man, I think if we get Trent Williams back, our team is officially better than last year. Without Trent, the offense is not as good. The defense is better, in my opinion. All right, let's continue.
Over the last several years, and Kyle Shanahan has owned Sean McVay, at some point in a meaningful game, the Rams are going to beat the Niners because they're too well coached and they have too much talent not to. I think that happens in week 3 in a little bit of a stunner.
I disagree.
Week 4, Niners play the New England Patriots at home. At this point,
that's got to be a
will
W.
we see Drake May? I think we will. I don't think the leash is long on Jacoby Brissett. Drake May really started to make some strides the last 2 weeks of the preseason.
Yeah, beat out by Brissett, dude.
San Francisco should.
He made great strides, and he got beat out by Jacoby Brissett. What? I'll try not to hate. I'm just saying.
Win this game going away. Week 5, Niners host the Arizona Cardinals. Another NFC West tilt early in the year here. And I don't think.
Call me crazy. I have not. I still need to look into this before I declare it. So this is a rough draft. Thought process here, okay? I think the Cardinals are going to be better this year, and I do not think they are going to be last in the division. I actually thought they were pretty good last year in the sense of what they have. They had a new coach. They beat playoff teams, multiple playoff teams. They beat the Eagles. They beat the Cowboys. Yeah, Eagles were choking down the line. However, if they were a bad team, I still think they would have lost to the Eagles. So I actually think that the Cardinals team is actually a lot better if they can protect Kyler Murray just a little bit, because we all know that Kyler Murray can connect with great wide receivers because he's done it with Larry Fitzgerald. So if Marvin Harrison can just be a good starter from the jump, I think quite possibly they might be better than the Seahawks, because the Seahawks, I don't want to get too further into this, but the Seahawks currently have a new coaching staff. Okay. Only one head coach has ever unlocked Geno Smith's talent, and that's been Pete Carroll. He's not there anymore. So what makes you think suddenly he's just a good quarterback and take care of it? Sam Howell's the backup. No offense to Sam Howell. I actually believe in Sam Howell, but I don't think they're going to start him over Geno Smith. And what else? I think they had an injury recently. But anyway, they're having offensive line issues as well. So, and the running back core is not that great. Kenneth Walker, yeah, but he constantly gets hurt, and I think Kenneth Walker is a little overrated. So that's my opinion on that. I don't think we lose the Rams. No way Kyle doesn't lose McVay. Their D is not as good. Yeah, pretty much. I totally agree. I don't think their defense is going to be as good. Not even close. Not even close. Yeah, I mean, what makes you, first of all, I don't think Geno's ever beat the 49ers. Also, only one head coach has ever unlocked Geno's ability. So, and the head coach they have is a defensive coordinator. So, and sometimes coordinators don't translate into head coaches. Okay. As much as you don't like, what's his name? Josh McDaniel. He's still a good offensive coordinator, just absolutely atrocious head coach. One of the worst of all time. Anyway, I digress.
I think that Arizona is ready to compete at the level of the Niners. I think we might find out that Kyler Murray isn't a franchise quarterback. I like how Jonathan Gannon.
Oh, he doesn't think Kyler Murray's a franchise quarterback? I'm writing that down. That's interesting. Let me know in the chat, guys. Do you agree with Chase Senior here that Kyler Murray is not a franchise quarterback? You know, I think the reason why you would ever say he's not a franchise quarterback, and this might sound stupid, is just because he constantly gets hurt and he's just too small. I hate to say that. Don't want to be height biased here, but the dude constantly gets hurt. Okay. It's not a franchise quarterback. I can't tell if that's a hot take or not.
Cardinals playing. They just don't have the talent.
Porter says Kyler's a man-child.
Niners win this game as well.
I don't think Kyler will take them very far. It's a strawberry.
First 5 weeks,
Kyler will be out 2 to 3 years. Says Porter.
That's a great start to the year.
All right, okay.
Week 6 on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. The Mike McDonald era is underway.
I guess I'm in the minority.
Something to remember and something to watch for. Mike McDonald was the Ravens defensive coordinator. Last year, the Ravens had the best defense in the NFL. What happened on Christmas? Brock Purdy interception palooza, and that defense gave.
Let me talk about that interception palooza. Let's talk about that interception palooza. Yeah, it was good defense. But let's be real. How often do you just tip it and it just goes right into the dude's hands? I've never seen something like that. It was absolutely like the most unluckiest shit I've ever seen. And I don't like saying unlucky, using luck as an excuse. So void what I'm saying as an excuse. But I'm just saying, like, seeing it was insane to me. I was like, what the fuck? You know, like, you throw in 4 interceptions, you're throwing in 4 interceptions. Regardless how it happens, you have to get shit for it. Even if a real fan or if a real person who's unbiased would look at it and be like, okay, that was kind of unlucky. But anyway, let's get back to it. I went into a whole tangent here. Completely overblown. Yeah. Seahawks team doesn't have a Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, they don't have. I was just thinking that their defense is not as good as the Ravens, you know, and yeah, and Ayuk's already shown that he can burn Devon Small Spoon, you know, and Devon, what's his name? Oh, I liked him in the draft, but he's turning out to be a bust. He had like one good year. The super fast guy. Yeah, they have a super fast guy. I can't remember who it was, but he's a kind of a bust. So I'm not concerned. I think we're going to walk. I think we're going to walk this division.
The difference is Ravens defense
No water.
more loaded with high-end talent and depth as compared to Seattle, and the Seahawks still have Geno Smith. Niners win against the Seahawks on the road at Lumen Field.
Seahawks still have Geno Smith. It's just hearing that.
Seattle, Week 7,
just hearing
Super Bowl rematch against the Kansas City Chiefs. This iteration of the Niners under Kyle Shanahan, they have never beaten Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. It's just a bad matchup.
It's true.
And I don't think that losing streak ends. I think it continues. Niners lose against Kansas City in a close one. That's my reasoning. 31-27.
Otherwise.
Week 8, Dallas Cowboys. Just like the Chiefs own the Niners own the Cowboys. San Francisco at home dump trucks the Cowboys, and I think the Cowboys.
I mean, taxes are pretty favorable in Texas, so it's good to know that we have land in 2 different areas. Just in case one place should say it's fan.
Cowboys could be due for a disastrous year.
Get it? Because we own the Dallas Cowboys.
Comes at a perfect time, right about that midway point of the season. Bye week here, week 9. I kind of like where it's situated because if you have it too early, I don't think it helps you for 3/4 of the season. You have it too late, you might be too banged up. Smack dab in the middle, you get to separate the schedule a little bit. Week 10, Niners fly across the country to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid at this point of the calendar year.
And Niners we're going to walk them again for the 3rd year in a row.
California. the time change and the travel and the bugginess.
We are going to walk this team for the third year in a row. We did it with Tom. We did it against Tom Brady. We did it a year after that with Baker Mayfield when everyone thought the sky was falling with Brock Purdy, when really he just needed to not have the 32nd ranked offensive line out there when Trent Williams came back. And then we're going to smoke him again week 10, dude. Especially after a bye week, bro. The Jaguars got a freaking look at that, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy comes back from a bye week, bro. He's John Wick. He's Glock Purdy. He's Glock Purdy.
It's always difficult. So I think this game could be closer than what people anticipate, but the Niners have owned the Buccaneers in recent memory, and they continue to do that. They just handle business, and they get a victory. Record after 10 weeks and 9 games for San Francisco, 7-2. Good enough to be the number 1 seed in the NFC at this juncture
I agree with
lead
that.
the NFC West. We'll finish out this schedule coming.
Oh,
You're
no.
like most people, draft day can be chaos.
We're going to troll for that.
Up here in just a moment. Why would we end the show right now? That would be stupid.
As long as he
No, it's
spends a
not
bye
stupid.
week hard to
You
see.
getting a
For real, dude.
Frank Cisco shirt.
It seems to be the good luck charm. I better see the field. I better see the chicka. I want to see it all, man. You can't break tradition. It's tradition now, Brock. It's tradition. You don't have a choice.
Available in red and black. You can get yours today at
It's fun.
chatsports.com/SF. I will attach that link, which is dangling under the pinned comment of today's show. It's also in the show notes of today's Niners Report. Let's go to week 11 here. Niners sweep Seattle.
Yeah.
Pick up a victory here.
Way to go,
And then
Chase.
there's a little bit of a tough stretch here. Back-to-back
Totally agree
roadies
with you here,
for
man.
San Francisco. And I imagine they're not going to come back to California. They play the Packers on the road.
Ooh, he has us losing to the Packers. Hold on, I need to go back and hear what he said. I want to know why we lose to the Packers. That's kind of I want to know why.
Lambeau Field, and they tough stretch here. Back-to-back roadies for San Francisco. And I imagine they're not going to come back to California. They play the Packers on the road. Lambeau Field, and they
On the road? Okay. I'll have to look into that, see how well they are on the road. Lambeau Field. I mean, aren't they like undefeated in Lambeau Field? In the playoffs at that?
lose as the Packers exact revenge after choking that game away in the divisional round against San Francisco.
Whoa, Chase. Choke? The Packers choked? Hey, man, what if it was just Brock Purdy was just so dominant? You know, and there's only so much you can do. Because if we remember correctly, Jordan Love against the Dallas Cowboys wasn't very good in the second half. Maybe that's just who Jordan Love is. And then the 49ers were just so dominant.
Back in January. And I imagine because Wisconsin and Buffalo, New York are not far apart, that San Francisco's probably
I said Baker destroyed. That's a good point, Strawberry. That's a good story.
going to stay in that region, although it is cold that time of year. So maybe they don't. But the Niners have to go back on the road and play the Buffalo Bills. The weather
We got a
in these
W.
two games
Oh, hey.
could be a problem. We have seen that Brock Purdy struggles to grip the football and throw the football when it's wet.
Spitting
or
hot
cold.
fire.
Now, yes, he did play at Iowa State. A lot of cold games in that area of Iowa. No doubt about it. But it's a little bit different once you go up north to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Buffalo.
Papa!
So I went back and forth with this, actually.
Welcome.
First, I had the Niners
OG.
losing against the Packers and the Bills. I actually think the Niners lose against the Packers, then they beat the Bills. And then San Francisco comes back home. They shake off the icicles. They warm up a little bit at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. They play a Chicago Bears team that I think could win double-digit games this year. They led the preseason in point differential, I believe. Very impressive. They were like plus 68. And I think that Caleb Williams, the effect that he'll have, look, I get it. Painting his fingernails, crying in his mama's arms. It's a little bit weird, right? Him pouting on the sideline at USC.
Is that weird?
I get it. He's a very special player. He can do him, and when he does him on the football
Did you have to bring that up? Look, he's a little weird. Like, why did you have to tell us that?
field, he's unique and makes a lot of plays that remind me of Patrick Mahomes. They also have a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the football. DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift. We'll see what they have along the offensive line, that defense. They do have a defensive head coach. I think this game's going to be more difficult than what people
10-3
anticipate.
at this
but
point.
San Francisco wins.
All right,
their
so he's
record-
got us at 10-3. He's got us at 10-3 so far. I don't know what the last game, so I'm gonna guess he's gonna have us go. I think we're gonna end up 12-5. Just because he says there's a tough stretch ahead. I think that he's gonna say something about fatigue. And we're gonna lose 12-5 and may or may not get the number 1 seed. We'll see.
After 14 weeks is 10-3. Home stretch here. Week 15 against the Rams at home. The Niners get their revenge.
Woo!
This could be a game that helps San Francisco win the division. Late in the year, they lose, according to me, the previous game against Los Angeles. They don't get swept by the Rams, though. Week 16, on the road against the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel just getting a contract extension on Friday morning, by the way. Another one of those
Losing to the Dolphins, dude? Didn't we smoke the Dolphins last time? I don't know. I could be hating. And maybe the Dolphins, too. Let's keep going.
cross-country trips. And just like Kansas City's offense and the speed of it can sometimes cause problems for the Niners, I think the Dolphins could cause some problems for the Niners as well.
Because
San Francisco loses this game. It's not a huge deal because it's not within the NFC. Week 17, NFC Championship game rematch. The Packers get revenge on the Niners, and the Lions get revenge on the Niners. This is an epic game that once again comes down.
Are we losing 2 in a row because Trent Williams got hurt, or because like we already locked down the number 1 seed? Is that what's happening here? I guess.
The wire, I think Detroit, San Francisco, Philadelphia. 3 teams going to be jockeying for home field advantage in the NFC. The Niners lose this game, but then they come back week 18. They go on the road against the Cardinals, and that's their get-right game. And look, when you've played in 4 NFC Championship games in 5 years and you've been to 2 Super Bowls during that stretch, to be a sustainable winner in the NFL is really hard.
Yeah.
So once again, win 12 games is very difficult.
Oh, I guessed it. 12-5. I got it. I nailed it, dude. I nailed it. And I did not see this, and I have not seen this video yet. I nailed it. 12-5. I knew he was going to bring up fatigue. Cross country, dude. Give me my medal, dude. Give me my medal. I saw the future. Anyway, let's finish the video.
Niners last year had the number 1 seed with 12 wins. I have them repeating and going 12 wins again. My first prediction was 11 wins, so I increased it by 1. 12-5 is what I'm going with. How many games will the Niners win this year? Let me know down in the comment section. It was good for them to sign Ayuk to that deal because it got rid of some of the weird vibes.
All right, so we got an idea of his predictions. Let's go ahead and go review it, and you guys let me know if you agree or disagree, whoever's still in the chat. All right, let me go back and look at some comments. It's in Miami. Maybe that is why. That might be it. That's actually a good point. Maybe. We smoked Dolphins when Brock Purdy's first game after Jimmy G got hurt. Yeah, I did. That's when I saw potential. I was not sold, but like I saw a lot more ceiling when I saw him handle cover 0 in the blitz really well. And then when he faced Tom Brady after that game, for me, I was like, if this dude performs in the playoffs, I like this guy better than any quarterback we've had since Steve Young, yo. For real. And that's when I was sold. If he didn't get hurt in that playoff, if he didn't get hurt in that NFC Championship game, Dolphins don't show up good against good teams consistently. Agreed. You could argue that they don't do well. especially later in the year, when it gets colder, they don't do as well. So I 110% agree with you, Borders. I agree with you there. So Casey Zoffin didn't have speed last year and didn't cause the Niners D. Meant to say when Jamie G got hurt. Jamie G. Dobbs starting games. No, don't say that. Don't say that. There's no way McDaniels is going to win over Shanahan. Yeah, I think Shanahan. I don't know him, so I can't exactly, I really don't know him. So I try not to make judgments based on what other people have said about him. I try not to do that. But I can imagine from anybody's standpoint that losing to your underling would hurt anybody. So I can imagine that he's not losing this game, not losing this game. If we face Houston, we're not losing against this guy. I'm certain of it. I'm certain of it. Agreed. I saw this earlier, so I knew this was a great guess, Wolfie. That's one. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. That was. I don't know, man. I had a feeling. There's no way we were gonna go. What was it? 14-3. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Yeah, that Tampa Bay game is a big deal. I mean, that's. I'm not saying it's the biggest. It wasn't the brightest lights, but facing against one of the greatest quarterbacks on the other side of the field and having to show up against him, that had to have been some nerves on that level for anyone who's a football fan, grew up a football fan. There had been something there. I agree to it. Strawberry, 110%. Man, I agree with you a lot, brother. I think Tua is. I don't think he's that good. Oh, Joshua. Okay. Yeah, Joshua Dobbs. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, got you. All right, good. I was like, brother, no, don't say that about Brock Purdy. But yeah, Joshua Dobbs probably losing to the who is it? Green Bay and the Lions. For sure. All right, let me go ahead and check the news, see if there's anything new going on with Trent Williams. And then some final thoughts, and then I will get out of here. Hope your guys' day is good. I hope it was smooth. It went by fast. I hope it good vibes, Outside of the Pearsall stuff, I hope, everything good was good. I'm glad that Pearsall is okay. The dude is a Terminator, surviving a gunshot to the chest. Dude's Slicky Ricky. Who knew Slicky Ricky against death? That's really cool, man. I'm super happy. I probably shouldn't make jokes like that. Even though it's a positive joke, I still shouldn't say stuff like that. Until he's, yeah. So, anyway, there is nothing new with Trent Williams. Moore is benefiting from Williams' contract holdout. Let me share this. No. Okay. He's dealing with his situation, so I'll let it be. This is Moore responding to Williams' situation. He's dealing with his situation, so I'll let it be. He's probably like, come on, man, get back here, bro. I'm not a starting left tackle. I wouldn't consider it a weird situation. I'm just keeping my head down, take it day by day, just trying to be the best I could be. That's good. That's exactly what I want to hear from you, man. Just do your best. Do your best. Moore also said it's been very beneficial, I think, consistently getting reps against the ones, practicing against those guys every day, just finding rhythm makes it a little better. I can imagine playing against Nick Bosa, Leonard Floyd, those two. I can imagine helping you out. But high expectations. Only thing expecting you to play more is just play like a starting tackle. Like, obviously, Trent Williams holding out is, not necessarily your fault to be thrust in as the starter. But if you could just be a 32nd ranked tackle, you did your job. That's all I ask of you, man. Hey, Wolf, I really got to get your honest opinion on Bo Nix. I swear he looks like Brock Purdy. I don't know if he looks like Brock Purdy, but I know what you mean. I do like him. I think Bo Nix looks pretty smooth. But then again, we've also thought Kenny Pickett looked really good in preseason. He looked like a stud in preseason. And then Kenny Pickett wasn't very good. So I would have to say I'm very optimistic. I'm a lot more optimistic than I was before. He does deserve the starting job, and I wish him the best. He has the weapons to be successful, so he has a chance to be successful. Such a great day yesterday. Glad he's doing well and released an hospital. Yeah, I'm super happy his family. I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine. It's so sad. Papa J. Coward called Purdy a worse version of Bo Nix. How do you call Purdy a worse version of Bo Nix when Bo Nix hasn't even played, dog? God, dude, Coward just says shit, dude. Sometimes he just says shit. I watch. So all the people I watch, podcasters wise, would be. I watch everyone because I try to get. I've said this before in a couple other lives. I try to look at all perspectives, people I disagree with and people who I do agree with. So that way, if anybody ever has a rebuttal of something I have to say, or I know what I don't want to say the enemy is saying, but I know what the ops is saying per se. So that way, I have an answer for them. So I like to watch both. So I do sometimes go to Grant Cohn. I'll go to watch Hensley. I'll go to watch Jesse. I'll go to watch somebody who I disagree with. And then I'll watch David Lombardi because I like David Lombardi's facts because he does bring up stats, facts, and like percentages and stuff. And I think that's important. I watched Larry for like just fun stuff. Outside of that, I'll watch That's Good Sports. I'm a big fan of That's Good Sports. I like Brandon Perna. I think it's really funny. I watch Clickbait Sports sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. I'm not a fan of Urinating Tree. I like Tom Gross. Tom Grossi. Sorry, Tom Gross is his name, not Tom Gross. Tom Grossi. And then Scooter. Scooter McGurr. I like Scooter McGurr too. So that's my thing. Those are my main go-tos. Strawberry says, I have no faith in Jalen Moore. He's given you no reason to have faith in him. So I know where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from. But if you can muster anything inside you, like, hey, there's a chance that he can be better, put it out there. Because if you're right, hey, Moore is looking better, but that doesn't move the needle much for me. It does not. If he could just be a 32nd rank spreadsheet. Hey, man. Hey, don't bag on the spreadsheet, brother. Because, hold on. I got spreadsheets too. What now? I got. Oh yeah, I like Lombardi's stats. His breakdown of contracts. Yeah, I like that too. Dude, thank you for your info and research. I know that you'll appreciate you mentioning them. Yeah, for sure. I love them. Go recommend. I usually anyone I share videos of or anything like that, I always try to give them a shout out because I would like something like that too if someone did that to me. So it's because we're all in this together, right? We all enjoy loving doing this, and if you make content, you want someone to know that hey, I made that, and that's kind of how I approach it. I like Perna over Grossi, but both are cool. I met Grossi here in Seattle. Oh, did you? I bet he's a fun guy, dude. I can imagine he's got a great energy. I can assume just by looking at him that who he is in the camera, I can see him being the same guy. Either that, he's on all the time and he's very good at pretending. One, two. But Perna, I feel like Perna. I don't want to insult Tom Grossi here, but Perna's jokes are more mature, while Grossi's are a little more, I don't want to say cringe, but yeah. Grossi really encapsulating the feeling of 49ers and Steelers fans reacting to BA signing his contract. It was spot on. Yeah, he nails those. He works hard on those. He nails those. He was so nice. Made sure to talk with everyone. Yeah, he's very grateful for his situation. I recently watched his reaction to his life update and stuff. That is so inspiring. You know, I don't remember. I wasn't around. I was around like before 50,000 subscribers for Tom Grossi. So seeing him, not make this about me, but seeing him become what he is now is so inspiring. Like, because he truly was like, he started from nothing. He was just went live, did his thing. You guys get it. It's beautiful. It's a good story. I like it. It's a great story. Proud. I don't want to say I'm proud of him because he doesn't know me and I don't know him, but I guess that's something to be proud of. That's so cool to see that it's a real thing. He also does a lot of good for the community and God respect. Yeah, he does charity. So if you guys ever want to donate to charity and stuff like that, go to Tom Grossi. He does charity events like almost. Don't hold me to it, but it happens a bit. It happens quite a bit. I know he does one in the summertime. So, yeah, he's a good guy. So, all right, guys, it's been an hour, a little bit over an hour. We checked out everything. We heard about Pearsall. He's okay. He's at home. We went through his chest, hit no vital organs. He's safe. He's good. Incredible story. Hopefully it doesn't burden him. Hopefully he's the same guy and he can get back to his life and the family's at peace. We checked out Leonard Floyd and what he had to say about Aaron Rodgers and that he will embarrass us, which I can imagine. I can't remember where I saw this video from, but pretty sure I saw a clip where Charvarius Ward said to the media that, hey, Aaron Rodgers is going to test Green. And apparently Ward talked to Green saying, hey, he's going to test you. And I can imagine that. He's going to test Green. So we'll see how that goes. And then we talked about that. We saw the predictions of Chat Sports, 49ers Chat Sports, Chat Senior. Go check him out. He comes out every day with new vids. If you're a 49ers fan, you haven't heard of them, then I'd be absolutely shocked. Anyway, check them out. And I have mad cotton now, so I really got to get going. Get some water before I scratch my throat and die. So, all right. Great show. Hey, Borders. Good to have you, man. Take care, brother. See you next live. You too, Strawberry. You're awesome. We'd love to see Extension tomorrow so we can focus on the Justice Week. I am predicting Tuesday. I'm sold on Tuesday. He's going to come in on Tuesday. I'm sold. And if I'm wrong, then I've looked really, really stupid. But we'll save the dunce cap for Tuesday, for Wednesday. So take care, Strawberry. Good to see you, brother. Papa, good to see you, brother. You're OG, man. Good to see you. And Milwaukee, good to hear you, brother. Take care, guys. Much love. Sub if you like the content for the people who watch this later. Like if you like the video. All love, fam. And I'll see you next video.